And welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us courtside. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Howard in at the 1 spot. Here's Manecki. Pass to Luwawu-Cabarrot. There's a screen from behind the arc. Counted from distance.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys build contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Offensive rebound. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
And it's Howard off the drive, and he buries his first look. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Pass to Balmaro. A deep three. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And the first one at the line is good. That one misses. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Got a piece of it.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
That shot wide open. Pass to Mirotic. From deep three-point land. There's a screen. 5 to shoot. Fires from deep. And he misses again. Now 0 for 3.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Manecki. And it's Mirotic with the rebound. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Right wing. Guarded by Howard. Here's Balmaro. From the high post. That one a little long. Launches it. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3. Manecki's gone 1 for 3 on the night. Here's Mirotic.
2 minutes.
Guarded by Howard. And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts. 1:46 left in the first quarter here. Out to the right wing. Jacks up a 3. He buries it from 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Pass to Balmaro. They set the screen. Stolen. And they're on the run. Here's Luwawu-Cabarrot. 4-3. Drops in the 3. Luwawu-Cabarrot's got 6 points.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Misses from short range.
Coach loves the execution, just not the result. That's okay. That's part of the process.
Here's Manecki. He shoots again, and he lays it in. Luwawu-Cabarrot's got his 3rd basket of the night.
You know, if they're looking for stops, they can't give it back on the defense.
Okay, look out! Wow.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. Now, here's Howard. Uses the glass on the layup. Howard's got his second bucket of the night.
And they've quickly gathered 8 second chance points thus far.
And there's a pick. Here's Balmaro. Launches a three. The rebound by Hall. Here's Luau Cabarro. Puts up a deep three. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Leading by 10. And we'll get... Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
They're just out hustling them on the boards, punishing them for refusing to box them out accordingly.
And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Launches it from deep. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Pass to Jop. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Second shot opportunity. Misses the layup. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Count the basket.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Here's Baldwin. No points yet. The floater. To the right side. There's the three. Count it. All three of his attempts have gone in.
And a big part of their offensive success right now is the ability to create second chance opportunities.
Pick this pocket. In transition, here they come. Three-pointer, no good. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Just 5 to shoot. And that one no good to start off tonight.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
From deep three-point land. Misses again, now 0 for 3.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
On Thursday, then on Sunday.
Checking out their schedule, they've got a tough run of games coming up, but quality opponents are a great chance for you to see how well your team can truly perform.
For 3. No good there.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Sometimes that's how it goes.
We've got 1:55 left in the second. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
For the away team, number 33.
And so he hits both. Misses in close. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Yep, that one goes.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
To halt the run. Knocks it down from distance.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Elbow shot on the way. There's the steal. Picked it out of midair. There's 45 seconds left to play in the second quarter. And the pass goes out of bounds. They'll turn it over.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
So it's the home team now. It's a 16-point game. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
If they want to come back, he needs to be better.
The shot, no good.
Even with a big goose egg by his name on the shot chart, the team is somehow managing just fine without him.
They set a pick. Offensive board. No good with a layup. From downtown, a dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. Up by 16, and we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
That one gets going at 7 p.m. Eastern.
These teams are well matched. It's going to be anyone's game.
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the visiting team. And that's a wrap on half.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Here's Luau Cabarro. From deep. Nails it from beyond the arc. Luau Cabarro's got 11 points.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
And it's Luau Cabarro in at the 2. To the middle. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim. It's stolen away. Here's the break. Pushing it up now. Here's Balmaro. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Personal foul.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. First free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Pass to Manecki. They set the pick. To the wing, right side. Pure from three-point range. 6 points for him.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Here's Mirotic. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
There's Howard with the 3. And it's Mirotic with the rebound. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie.
A nice start to the third, 3 out of 4, and looking good doing it.
And there's the screen. Inside. And here comes the break. Howard, the pass to Hall. From the arc. Guarded by Howard. Takes a three. Manecki with a rebound. Manecki's got 4 rebounds now. To the inside. Out to the wing. Now here is Howard. He's closely guarded. Oh, there's the alley. Manecki can't hit.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Second team foul.
Guarded by Howard. Six on the shot clock. Another shot. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Team number 32. Shooting one.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Fires for three. Balmaro grabs the board. In transition. And he makes it. 6 points for him.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
A minute 37 left in the third quarter.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
The layup misses. But Grant, it's obvious who's been in control of this game.
You know, you really have to appreciate their relentlessness.
1:19 left in the third quarter. No good on the three.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And he lobs it up top. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
Great teamwork and great timing.
Oh, spectacular play. Out to the right wing. 46 seconds left to play in the third. Off target from outside. To the paint. Here's Manecki. Puts the move on. And the layup is up and in. Manecki's got 4 points this quarter.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Here's Luau Cabarro. Off target with the three. Manecki with a rebound. Now, here is Howard. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Up 19. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And it's Hall in at the 5, roaming the paint. Pass to Manecki. 5 on the clock. The three ball. And no good.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Here's Mirotic. There's the triple. Rebound by Hall. Hall's got 4 rebounds in the game. It's deflected, and the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
The home team on D. trailing by 19. Here's Baldwin. McCormick with a rebound.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
The three. Baldwin's shot is off. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And they're pushing it up. Robbed. They get it again. Goes back up. And it's good on the layup.
I love his tenacity. Extra possessions, second chance points. That's winning basketball.
They set the pick. Three-pointer. Hits the three-pointer.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Off with the layup. They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, BA, they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. The three is up. It's rebounded by Jop. Jop's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. With the drive. And there it is for him.
Yeah, the keep it simple method. Good decision to use the bounce pass just to get it there.
We don't pick favorites, Richard. But did you have a favorite road city?
Well, it depends on when you ask me, B.A. I love New York. That's my favorite city. I was born in L.A., but there's nothing like going home to Phoenix, Arizona, where I grew up.
Here's Baldwin. Can't hit it from 12 feet.
Looked like he just rushed it there. Just maybe take a little bit more time in the future.
A minute 37 left in the final quarter. That three's off the mark.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look. It's just a bad foul. Gotta be smarter than this.
First personal foul, first team foul.
A minute 20 left in the fourth. From outside the arc. Misfires there. 4 for 6 in the game now. Down low. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
52 seconds left in the fourth.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul, first team foul. At the line for your
First one falls for him.
number 16. Taking 2 shots.
Hits both from the stripe. There's 42 seconds left to play in the fourth. Pass to Jop. Here's Baldwin. There's a screen. Offline from the top of the key. There's 21 seconds left to play in the fourth. Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
Fires from way outside. McCormick with a rebound. And so the road team gets the W in this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
Switch.
Over to the wing. 6 to shoot. Offensive rebound. Here's Hackett. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Well, he seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
To the middle. Mirotic gets the bucket.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Count it.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Almaro's shot is off.
Now, there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Clyburn connects from three-point range.
Offense clicking early here, 3 for 4 to start this one.
Shields. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
There's a screen. The tray. Tries again. Bellinelli pulls it in.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Mirotic grabs the miss.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Here's Balmar. Right wing. From the top of the key, it's deflected. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Here's Hackett. Off target from outside. Here's Balmar. Bellinelli is covering. They could use a bucket. Balmaro, that's good.
Now that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
They set the pick. Here's Bellinelli. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Shields. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
First personal foul. First team foul.
On the free throw, no good. On the wing, Bellinelli. Open jump shot off the mark.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
From outside, off the mark.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Out left to the wing. Corner shot. The shot will not fall.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
43 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Clock at 6. Here's Hackett. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Back to Mirotic. There's the pick from deep. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Count it. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Lays it up off the glass. Mirotic has got 6.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Now Bellinelli. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Up by 3. And back with the start of the second quarter. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply own the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
We've got Courtney, and it's Kaycock in at the 4-man position. And the first one drops. He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Here's Courtney. The 3. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. To the wing right side. Quizer passes to McCormick. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Here's Courtney. Oh, good on the triple. Here's McCormick, guarded by Tucker. To the paint, snatched away. And they're on the break. Here's Kaycock. And the call on the shot and sends him to the... And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
Kaycock taking 2 shots. The play will be reviewed. 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And he makes the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. There's the pick. Here's Quizer. Five on the clock. Fires the 3. And he recovers it. Six on the shot clock. Second chance shot, and he drops that one in. Here's Courtney. Nothing on the board. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. He takes it in, and the shot goes in. Here's McCormick. Here's Quizer. It's good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And Tucker slams it in.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Here's Quizer. Here's McCormick. And it's Zizic with the rebound. Here's Courtney. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Inside. Lee pass was put in just the right spot.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And that one is hammered home.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. 1:36 left in the first half of the game. The three trains the three-pointer. Courtney's got his third bucket of the night.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Here's Gozer. To the inside. And it's denied. And they're able to recover. Pass to McCormick. Out to the right wing. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
The ball goes to the away team.
On Sunday, then on Friday.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
59 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Courtney. And the three off target. Courtney's got one three-pointer tonight in 4 tries. Count that bucket.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
They set the pick. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Here's Tucker. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Going inside, and Tucker slams it in.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Here's McCormick. And it's Zizic with the rebound. To the right side. Here's Courtney. No good from the wing.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Leading by 3. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Welcome. When players look ahead, how much are they circling particular games on the calendar?
Well, I don't think this generation of players...
I hate what they're doing on defense. Giving up too many gimmies, it makes me mad just watching it.
And I've seen you on the golf course and the hardwood, Jack.
And that's all for us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Here's Balmore. Bellinelli is covering.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Right wing. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Sangelia. There's the drive, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Out to the wing for the tie. Palmaro's shot is off.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Now here's Bellinelli. Tight defense on him. Banked in off the glass. He's got 8. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Pass to Mirotic. For the 3. Drills the three-pointer. Mirotic has got 9.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Hackett covered by Mirotic. Here's Bellinelli, and he banks in the layup.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Doesn't go for him. And they're moving it up. Here's Sangelia, and he lays it straight in. Sangelia's got 4 points this quarter.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but he's also led the league in assists. So, it's pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh, don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And so here's the home team. They trail by 6. Mirotic the screen. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. He's 4 for 6 from the field with that miss. To the middle. To the wing on the left. Pass to Bellinelli. Lock at 6. Fires the 3. Mirotic grabs the miss.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter of the game. Tucker with the ball. Here's Kaycock. That 3 off the mark. Down low. Outside Mirotic. There's a good screen. Kaycock pulls it in.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but you still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
We've got 33 seconds left in the third. Outside Mirotic. 19 seconds left in the third. Clock at 4. Shields. Another shot, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Here's Courtney. A three-pointer off the mark. And we've reached the end of the third. Leading by 5. And we'll return shortly. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance
to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Pass to Kakon. Here's Courtney, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. We've got Zizic, and it's Tucker in at the point. Here's Paul Morrow. Offensive rebound. Pass to Mirotic. 6 to shoot. To the paint. Goes back up. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
At the line for your home team.
That free throw, no good.
Taking 2 shots.
And he's good on the second.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Here's Courtney. From outside, off the mark. Courtney's gotten just 4 of his 10 shots to fall here, shooting 40%.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
To the left side wing. Guarded by Tucker. Inside. Here's Mirotic. Courtney grabs the board. Here's Kakon. Pass to Tucker. Another shot. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Well, they're playing working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Over to the wing. "16 feet away. He can't get it to go.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
To the wing right side. Kakon, the pass to Tucker. And Tucker slams it in.
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. So it's both teams making substitutions here. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break. Now, Coach challenged him. He said, this goes beyond this game. Show me how much heart you have for the season. Fight until the final buzzer. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Bellinelli. They set the screen. Pass to Singelia. On the wing, Bellinelli. From the arc. McCormick with the rebound. Bellinelli's gone just 2 for 8 from the field. Right there at 25%. Out to the right wing. This one for 3. Hits it from 3-point range.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. And you don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
And he uses the glass on the layup.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
1:10 left to play in the final quarter. Rebound by Shingelia.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
Clyburn on the wing, Bellinelli. Here's the screen. They get the rebound. And the basket by Shingelia.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Outside, Bellinelli hands it from downtown.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
And there's the... Oh,
man.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never...
Welcome to another Groundhog Day NBA game. Shadows or not, it's time to get it going. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Pass to Manecki. And that one is hammered home.
A bit undersized, his hops make him a legit small ball 4.
Here's Bellinelli. First shot won't go. Here's Manecki. Pass to Luwawu-Cabarrot. Here's the pick. Into the lane. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
Here's Bellinelli. Shot clock at 6. An easy 2 on the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
That one goes. Count it.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
The 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Bellinelli's got 5 now.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. I asked him how they'll approach the matchup against James Harden. Coach told me, well, James is at his best going to the rim and operating behind the three-point line, so we want to try and force him to work in that in-between area as best as we can. They'll be following the analytics.
The play is under video review under NBA rules. The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
Running the G League for a few years, and then the Summer League, and of course at the start of the 2019 season, it was implemented into the NBA.
And it was time. The reaction to the challenge rules in the G League was positive. The league wants to make every effort to get every call right, and this system works well without slowing the game down too much. Howard with the ball. They set the screen. The layup off target.
After 5 shots, that's their first miss. I definitely call that a good start.
Manecki with a rebound. Here's Luwawu-Cabarrot, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
That one falls.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are free points you're giving away. You gotta work harder on the glass.
Tries it from 16. Pass to Manecki. Second chance shot. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Number 53.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Team foul.
The first free throw is good. Good on both. Here's Bellinelli. He's got 5. 1:57 left to play in the first. Lets the 3 fly. Tries again. And the layup is good.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possession.
And that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
Already a very confident player, knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
From deep. Rebound by Hall.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Pass to Manecki. Here's Luau Cabarro. 6 to shoot. Here's Manecki. Out left to the wing. Drains the triple.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
.51 seconds left in the opening quarter. And that one drops for him. To the middle. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Yes, it's good.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the three ball.
And the layup is good off the glass. 5 points in the game.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Bellinelli. No good from outside.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. Up 8. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
You could really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Drives to the hoop. To the paint. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. Much better off making him go to the line.
And he can't hit the second. Now Tucker. Pass to Zizic. Outside Tucker. Just 4 to shoot. And he misses his first shot. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. And he lobs it up to the rim. Here's Kaycock, still without a bucket. Here's Zizic. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
In the NBA, you let anyone shoot inside 5 feet, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage.
Down low, Job. And the layup falls. Job's got his first bucket in this one.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Outside Tucker. Tries the 9-footer. He's off on that one.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
To the inside. Job. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
On Tuesday and then Monday.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Oh, it's stolen by Tucker. Here's Kaycock. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
Here's Baldwin. Misses from close range. Here we go, one-on-one. The ball's knocked loose. Checked by Tucker. Puts up a 3. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. 1:44 left in the first half of this game. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Here's Baldwin. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
There's a minute 26 left in the first half. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 5. Shoots. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. There's 53 seconds left to play in the half. Here's the 3. The shot misses.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Fires the 3. Outside Tucker. Over to the wing. Lets it go from deep. Pure from 3-point range. He has 6.
They've got some ground to make up, and shooting the 3-ball more consistently like they are now should help them do it.
There's a screen. Inside. Here's Top. Zizic with the rebound.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
From downtown. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you. Great clock management there.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. They're up by 1. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Guys, how about our winner from the Western Conference?
If you look at his production at the point guard position, balancing scoring and playmaking.
Their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean, they're making calculated decisions, kind of like all of those degrees you have.
That's it for us.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And it's Manecki in at the 4. For the lead. And he sinks the layup.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And Luwawu Cabarro gets it to go.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
From outside the arc, Bellinelli can't hit.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
To the middle. Goes back up. And it's Hall missing. Guarded by Howard. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Second shot opportunity. And that's 2 points on the layup.
What good is it to get stops if you can't keep them off the boards?
They're getting outworked on the glass, and those second chance buckets have devastated their defense.
Pass to Manecki. And a missed layup.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Down low. He tries for three. Rebound by Hall. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's the Luwawu Cabarro. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Halftime didn't do them any favors offensively. They've missed 4 of their last 5 shots.
Pass to Bellinelli. Oh, swiped away. And here they come. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. That's a flagrant 1 foul.
He might be lucky just to get a flagrant 1 there. Lots of contact on that play, and the officials could have gone with a more severe call.
Well, he better be on his best behavior from this point forward. One more flagrant of any kind, and he's out of this game. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Luwawu Cabarro's got 11 points. Luwawu Cabarro has gone 5 for 7 shooting. Guarded by Howard. Soft touch off the glass.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Pass to Luwawu Cabarro.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
It's stolen. There's a minute 47 left in the third. Luwawu Cabarro with the rebound. It's a close game here in Boston. To the paint. Here's Howard. Can't get it to fall. Here's the break. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He has 6.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
The home team calls timeout. .119 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Pass to Manecki. Oh, it's stolen by Tucker. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
Strong defense followed by some smart offense. That's just good fundamentals.
1:03 left in the third quarter. And here's Howard. Here's Manecki. Clock at 6. It's hauled in by Kaycock.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
They get it back. to the left wing. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow.
Man. B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine even if he'd have missed it. I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
To stop the drought. Sinks it from distance. Here's Kaycock. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. They're up by 1. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. And it's Luau Cabarro in at the 2 spot. Pass to Kaycock. A deep 3. Manecki with a rebound. Manecki's got 5 rebounds tonight. Going inside. Zizic with the rebound.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
And here's Tucker. And slam dunk by Tucker.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, B.A.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. He told them, quote, if we'd worked harder on the glass, we'd probably be up right now. Show some heart. Show some pride. It was a very direct message. Back to you guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
Oh, that's a big bucket. Putting the offense on his shoulders right there.
And you know that's right. I mean, he's looking to put his stamp all over this game.
Pass to Kaycock. Puts it up. And he nails that one right through the heart. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. And now we've got an intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the 4th. It's rebounded by Ja.
They managed to get the rebound, but that's an area where they've been struggling tonight.
Yep, and the results on the scoreboard are attributed to how they've been out-rebounded thus far.
And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage, never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Off the inbound pass. And he's 6 for 12 after that one.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Here's Baldwin. Lays it up and banks it in. Baldwin's got his first points of the game.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
And the visitors call time here.
Substitution on the court.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. And he comes up with a bucket.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
That shot missing. Another shot. And it's good on the lay-in.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the fourth quarter. Off the mark there with a three.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Pass to Bellinelli. Fires from deep. The shot no good. All right, very little time to get back into this.
Very true. They need to score quickly and get stops, or it'll soon be out of reach.
First personal foul, first team foul. At the line for your home team.
So the first one drops, and that brings him within 5. And so he makes both from the line.
Knocking down the free throws and eating into this lead with the clock stopped.
.105 left in the game. The three. He can't get that one to fall. Here we go. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Looking to get back on track. Oh, he picked him clean.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediate.
Yes! Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1. Takes it inside, and they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And he commits the intentional foul.
That's just poor clock management defensively.
He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2. And so both free throws good, and it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
The home team calls timeout. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
Here's Luau Cabarro to tie it up. Oh my! What a shot! Oh! An enormous three-pointer! And the visitors call time here. Here's Bellinelli. Ooh! No good there! Potential game winner was off the mark. Time expires. We're going to... And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. There's a screen. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
He's got a knack for finishing inside. That's easy money.
Pass to Manecki. Here's Luau Cabarro. Off with the layup.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Shots blocked. it's Howard off the drive. Banked it in off the glass. Just over a minute into overtime here. Here's Bellinelli. Feet out. Loawu Cabarro with the rebound. Loawu Cabarro's got 4 rebounds in the game. And they take the lead. Howard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition 3 there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
Lets the 3 fly. Bellinelli can't hit.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
And there's the screen. Pass to Manecki. Here's Hall. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
And the visitors call time here. About 2 minutes into OT now. It's been a good one. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Here's Loawu Cabarro. There's the drive. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Oh, it's stolen. Poke loose. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Yep, that one's good.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Just 5 to shoot.
You know, this overtime has been somewhat lackluster, mainly because both teams are clearly fatigued.
And so the home crowd treated to a win. They escape with the W, even though they...
Welcome to this Thursday night in the NBA, right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Pass to Monecki. To the left wing, and here is Howard. Brooks covering. Here's Monecki, and the three ball is good.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him dropped in a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way.
Brooks misses. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. When I asked him how hard it is to game plan for Paul George, he just chuckled. He said he's one of the hardest guys in the league to guard. I really challenged our team to make sure we're communicating whenever he has the ball. It will be, as always, a team-first approach to slowing down PG-13. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Setakurski's good on the three-point shot.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Outside Mirotic. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
3 points.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Now here's Howard. Lets it go with a three. Out to the right wing. They set the screen to the middle. Stolen away. Launches it. Second chance effort. And it's in off the backboard.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Here's Luau. Here's Hall. Pass to Howard. It's on target from the high post. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Howard against Brooks. Ripped away. Here's Luau. Shoots the three. Hits the three-point bomb.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
There's a screen. Mirotic has a wide open look. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Howard. Excellent D there from Mirotic.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Mirotic, a screen on Howard. Deflects the pass. And here comes the break. Here's Monecki. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Mirotic gets the bucket.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
That's good from Howard.
At the line for your home team, Howard.
And so Howard nails both of them.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
They set the pick. 1:05 left to play in the first. Here's Balmore. He has yet to score. Mirotic's shot is off. Down low. Here's Luau, and that one is stuffed right through.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Brooks with no one around. They grabbed their own miss. To the inside. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Down low, here's Hall, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
Here's Luwawu. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Leading by 10. And we'll be back. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
Shoots it up. It's rebounded by Baldwin.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
A three ball. McCormick with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
There. Can't get it to go. He's taken two and missed two. The baseline J. Pass to Jock. Yaramaz nailed from three-point land. We're playing just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Here's Quizair. Second shot opportunity. Here's McCormick. And he drops it in from the low post. McCormick's got his first 2 points of the night.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through.
Connects from three-point range.
With very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
There's the screen. Shot clock at 5. Intercepted. To the wing on the left. Yaramaz misses the 3. Puts up a deep 3. Here's McCormick. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. McCormick's got his second bucket tonight. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, the last few years we saw teams giving up bounties worth of draft picks and trades for star players. But with teams now possessing more roster spots to develop prospects and about 3/4 of the tradable picks ordered by just a third of the NBA's teams, we may not see so many picks given up moving forward. Kevin?
You're exactly right, David. Something certainly to keep an eye on. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving it.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Pass to Jock. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Baldwin. And a miss there on the triple. This gives them the opportunity to get within 10. Got a piece of it, and it's going to be out of bounds. They'll keep possession. .143 left in the first half. That cuts the lead to single digits. 5 points in the game. To the middle, here's Jump. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Fires from deep. Can't get it to go. He's taken two and missed two. Over to the wing. Baldwin looking for the opening. Puts up a three. No good on that one. 34 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. A quick shot there, and it's off target. Inside. And that one's good. Chop.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
They set the pick. And the ball goes out of bounds. Turned over.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
And the home team has possession. They've led by as many as 14 points. Outside Howard. Drains it from beyond the arc. Howard's got 7 points. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Leading by 14. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
You take a look at the home team, their final game of the regular season, they really know that they'll be taking part in that play-in series.
Changing focus now to that first half. A brutal game so far for the visiting team. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. They've got Luwawu. He's out there with Howard. And it's Hall in at the 5.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Out to Brooks. Fires away from way outside. The shot, no good. Outside Howard. Not going to go that time. Howard's gone 1 of 4 from distance. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Balmora. Hasn't made one yet. Howard against Brooks. And here is Howard. From down in the low post, it goes.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Plays it up and banks it in. He's got 13.
Well, you talk about a full 180. His play here in the second half has really come on. You can see his confidence building.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Pass to Balmoro. Takes the three. And the three ball is good. Balmoro's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Driving in. The ball travels out of bounds. Turnover. And this is where the power rankings sort of lock in as we begin to look toward the postseason. They're in a bit of a holding pattern, hoping to take that next leap.
When you look at this visiting team, they're a great example of a team that doesn't get distracted by the noise. They focus one game at a time and execute that game plan. That breeds consistency.
Out to Brooks. Here's Balmoro. 5 points in the game. 4 on the shot clock. Mirotic the screen. Here's the three. Balmoro's shot is off. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And the basket by Monecki.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Mirotic's shot is off. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Fires it up. The rebound by Luwawu.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Yep, that one goes in there. Luwalu's got his third basket of the night right there.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Three-pointer. Rebounded by Monecki. Monecki's got 5 rebounds tonight. Lets the three fly. That one, no good. They swipe it. Pass to Luwawu. Goes up from the top of the key. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Oh, great ball movement there.
With the drive.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Here's Balmoro. No good with the triple.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And it's Brooks in the corner. Leaps for it. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Yeah, look, if I'm his coach, I'm going to get him involved in another way. Set a screen, get an assist, something to reset his mind a little bit.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. A three for Mirotic. The rebound by Luwawu. Luwalu's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Stolen by Brooks. Shields. And that one released in time, but no good. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Delivering the blowout. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Luwawu is out there with Howard. And it's Hall in at the 5 down low. Outside Howard. The shot, no good.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Balmoro. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got 3 assists in the game. Howard with it. With the teardrop. Can't hit that one. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Paul Morrow. And the layup's good off the glass. Paul Morrow's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Howard, the pass to Luau. Pass to Manecki. Not enough on that one as it misses. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Paul Morrow, that's good.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Here's Luau. Over to the left wing. Outside Howard. That shot off.
Yeah, really unlike him to have this kind of game from 3.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Paul Morrow, that's good.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Brooks against Howard. Lets it go from deep. Mirajic grabs the miss. Mirajic just got his 4th rebound in this one. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. Paul Morrow, that's good. Paul Morrow's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break. He told them it's all about maintaining the lead. He told them he knows it's easy to get comfortable when you're in this position, but that they need to keep the pressure on. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Here's Baldwin. Buries the long-range jumper. Baldwin's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. There's a good screen. And Jump with the block. 1:56 left here in the fourth quarter.
First personal foul. First team foul.
A 3 off the inbound. McCormick with the rebound. McCormick's got 6 rebounds now in the game. It's good from long range.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. There's the 3. They get it again. Here's Jump. Can't connect from short range. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Second team foul. At the line for
and he knocks down the first one.
Baldwin. 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
McCormick's shot is off. Guys, they've really built a nice lead here.
And doesn't show any sign of slowing down.
Baldwin kicks to Chop. Going inside. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
And it goes down 2 points. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Baldwin. No good from outside. Takes it inside, and he comes up with the deuce. We've got 13 seconds left in the game. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. A confident win.
Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Bellinelli. For three. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Brooks, right side. They set a pick. There's the three. Can't hit that one. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. I asked him what he told his team in regards to how to guard Paul George tonight. He told me Paul is a tremendous player. I told our guys that when he's attacking, we need to help one another out. It has to be a team effort defending him. So it sounds like he'll be sending plenty of defenders PG-13's way.
And Allie, thanks. To the inside, Mirotic. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And the basket is good. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's Balmaro. Drives to the hoop. Here's Mirotic. And the shot goes down.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Here's Bellinelli. On target from range.
An outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
Bellinelli's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc. Lets it fly. Second chance shot, and he takes it up and lays it in.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in, and down it goes. 2 points.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Here's Balmaro. Pass to Mirotic. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. And he makes a first. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Brooks defending. There's the drive. Count that bucket. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in.
2 minutes remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Here's Balmaro. To the paint. Here's Mirotic. 5 to shoot. This one for 3. He drops it from range. 9 points in the game.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter. Here's Bellinelli.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
First personal foul.
Here's Balmaro. No points so far. Now Brooks. Into the lane. Off target at the rim. Here's Bellinelli. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Ball stolen. Three shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Looking to win the run. Kept alive. Second chance effort. And he sinks the layup.
You simply must put a body on this guy. You know he's going to try to get to that glass.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The 3-ball. Sends it home from three-point land. Bellinelli's got 6.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Here's Mirotic. He's got 9. Fires for 3. No luck on that one. Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. They're up by 8. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
It's all about the strong inside-out game in the first period. It really helped them get some clean looks down low.
It is great when you can get that established early because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
And Zizic in at the 5 down low.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Pass to Kaycock. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Here's Morgan. Can't hit from in close. Here's McCormick. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Right wing. Zizic with the rebound.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
And slam dunk by Tucker.
Woo! He just levitated in the air, double pump, and then slammed it home.
How about the D right there? They just got out of the way. They let him choose what kind of move he wanted to make. Count it. He's got 5.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. From the arc. Here's Zizic. No good with a layup.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Inside. Ooh, it's stolen away. Jumps up. And slam dunk by Tucker.
That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Six to shoot. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Check by Tucker. Three-pointer. And Tucker pulls it down.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Kaycock. Yet to see a basket. And he gets that one.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Ooh, they pick off the pass. Here's Morgan. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Zizic with the rebound. Pass to Morgan. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Check by Tucker. And miss after miss right now.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Here's the 3. Zizic with the rebound.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
Dumps it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Now here's Tucker. They set the pick. Driving in. And slam dunk by Tucker.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick. No rotation. My goodness.
Uses the glass on the layup. Tucker's got 8 points here in the quarter.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And that'll do it for the first half of play. Up by 15. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Good to see you, and welcome.
They couldn't shut down the lane. Only thing that would stuff that is prime check. Maybe 2 of me.
Now that is a... And this might be a good... And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. From behind the arc, hits the three-pointer. He's got 7.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Brooks outside. That shot off the mark. Here's Bellinelli. 6 points for him. Taken away. Down low. No good with the finger roll. Brooks defending. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
They set the pick. Here's Mirotic. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark.
Well, an 0 for 3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
And he gets it to go.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. All right, let's say you're starting a new franchise today, and you get to pick any player in the league. Who you got, Grant?
Oh, man, there's so much talent to choose from. You can't go wrong with Doncic, Antetokounmpo, or Jokic. There's some enticing young players, too, like Anthony Edwards as well.
Takes it inside.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Here's Bellinelli.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
And they're on the run. The 3 is up. That one doesn't drop.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
First team foul. First personal foul. Second team foul.
A 3 off the inbound.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
And he can't get the first one.
Taking 2 shots.
Good on the second one. Any hope of coming back to win this game looks near impossible.
I know. The way things have gone so far, hard to imagine.
Brooks left side to the left side wing. Bolmaro. No good from the wing. And here's the fast break. Got it. He's got 11.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Here's the break.
2 minutes.
Takes one from 10 feet.
2 minutes.
Doesn't go for him.
He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
It's a one-on-one situation. Offline with a 3. And they're pushing it up. The 3. The shot won't fall. And here they come. And he banks in the layup.
Oh, what a pretty pass. Throw to the open spot. Lead your teammate perfectly.
Oh! Ooh, finishes with style. A double clutch jam.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Here's Bellinelli. 6 points for him. There's the triple. And he can't get that one.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Bolmaro, no good.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Knocks it loose. For the finish. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And the bucket is good.
The effort has to be better defensively. Easy deuce.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. He's got 6.
Maybe he's playing better during winning time. Silent in the first half, but since then, he has taken over.
Here's Bellinelli. From outside, off the mark. And they're running. Bolmaro, no good. puts up a deep three. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Delivering the blowout. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. Going inside, and he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Pass to Bellinelli. And Grant, while we want the officials to get it right, I'm sure the league would like to shorten that time officials are at the table.
Tell me about it. You wonder if a time limit should be instituted. If they can't figure it out after a minute or so, just go with how it was called on the floor.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Here's Brooks. With the drive. The layup misses.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's Bellinelli. Gets the three ball to go.
His first three of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
Brooks outside. To the middle. They need this. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
From deep three-point range. No good. It's tipped. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. So both teams making some changes here. Shot from the inbound. McCormick with a rebound.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Now that we have a few years of reference, it's safe to say the NBA play-in tournament has been a roaring success, Grant.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. And people forget it was created in the peak of the pandemic. The league set up a lifeline for teams that lost key players to COVID, but it has turned into something much, much greater.
Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Misses the three.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Shot's good by Morgan.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Soft touch off the glass.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Two minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Shot from the wing, and he drops that one in. A minute 58 left in the final quarter. There's a screen. Sinks the tray.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter here. And they pick up two.
Once he saw the smaller defender guarding him, he took it right to the rack.
A minute 29 left in the fourth quarter. Left side, Tucker. Well, Grant, it appears that league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, B.A. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around.
There's 57 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. To the inside. Pass to McCormick. Here's Kaycock. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Zizic with the rebound.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Yep, count it.
Well, the analytics would say take either that shot or something from downtown.
Now here's Tucker. Fires away from way outside. No good there. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans.
Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, with David Aldridge roaming the sideline. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Howard, and it's Hall in at the 5.
An efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
There's the drive.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Now, here's Bellinelli. Defense is right there. The layup missed. Howard with it. Pass to Hall. Back to Howard. Here's Hall. Now here's Howard. Clock at 4. Bucket is good. Hackett. He's guarded by Howard. There's the pick. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. To the paint, here's Hall. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Now here's Bellinelli. Not a lot of room. For 3. Rebounded by Monecki. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Pass to Hall. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He will gladly take those.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Luwawu. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. Now Bellinelli. Launches from deep. Rebounded by Hall.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
Rebound by Shingelia.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
We've got 1:55 left here in the opening quarter. Bellinelli for three. That shot misses.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
On baseline, Jay. That will not drop. Still looking for his groove. He's 1 of 6 so far from the floor.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Here's Howard. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Hackett is guarded by Howard. Pass to Singelia. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Hackett. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. .50 seconds left to play here in the first. Howard with a clean look. A three-pointer is right on target. Howard's got 7.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Clyburn, the layup off target.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Pass to Luwawu. Rebound by Singelia. On the wing, Bellinelli. Clyburn sinks the triple.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Sedikurski's. And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. They're up by 2. And we'll be back with you right after. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge, too.
Here's Courtney. There's the pick. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Jop. The steal.
Away team foul. Baldwin. Second personal foul. First team foul.
And so here's the home team.
Away team foul.
Trailing by 2.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Now here's Tucker. He's guarded closely. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Here's Baldwin. The shot from the low post is good. Baldwin's got his first points of the night. Here's Courtney. Pass to Tucker. And Tucker slams it in.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Got a piece of it. Down low. And it's Zizic with the rebound. And so out of bounds it goes. And they'll keep possession. A brief moment here to recognize a player that's really been getting it done. He's earned the Player of the Week in the Western Conference.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
4 on the clock. Pass to Morgan. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Away team ball.
On Thursday, then on Saturday.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Takes a three. Traps in the tray.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Now, here's Tucker. This is his first free throw of the game. That's good from Tucker. And he makes both free throws.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Offensive rebound. Knocked loose. Here's Kaycock. Still scoreless. They get it back. Out to the wing. Pass to Tucker. Just 4 to shoot. Into the lane. Oh, he misses the dunk.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the blue. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Courtney. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Pass to Kaycock. Here's Courtney. From outside the arc, knocks down the 3-ball. Courtney's got 5.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Baldwin looking for the opening. Baseline jumper. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make. Pass to Kaycock. And he drives in from downtown. Bangs home the trifecta. 8 points for him.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Looking to end the run. Rebounded by Tucker. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first half. To the right side. A nice shot by Morgan. Morgan's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
The visitors with the ball. 6-point game. 27 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Baldwin. Clock at 6. Cranes the 3-pointer. 12 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Courtney. And a missed layup. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Leading by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Hey, fellows, I'm just wondering your thoughts on how these teams stack up.
Well, I'm a big fan of stacking things.
Without the points they've gotten off the bench, this game wouldn't be as close as it is. Can you count on that in the second half? It's debatable, man.
Yeah, it's going to be. And that about wraps it up. And as
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's Luwawu. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Luwawu's got 5. Luwawu's gone 2 of 4 from the field. Luwawu is out there with Howard. And it's Monecki in at the 4. Here's Bellinelli. Count it. Good. 5 points in the game.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And here is Howard. He's got 7. Pass to Monecki. 6 to shoot. And the layup falls.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
They've got Luwawu. He's out there with Howard. And it's Hall in at the 5 down low. Howard with it for the lead. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Howard's gotten everything to drop so far, shooting 4 of 4. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Hackett, he's guarded by Howard. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
It's a neck-and-neck game here in Miami. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop them now. All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Bellinelli with the 3. No good on that one.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3 ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
To the inside. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Monecki's got his second basket of the game.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Clyburn. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting 1 of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Luwawu, the pass to Hall. Here's Luwawu. They set the pick. To the middle. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Clyburn. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 5.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
Howard with it. 13 points in the game. Pass to Hall. The 11-footer. That one doesn't drop. And there's a minute 45 left in the third quarter. One-on-one fast break. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there. If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Lets it go with the 3. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Bellinelli with the 3. Rebounded by Hall. Hall's got his 5th rebound in this one.
He knocked down a 3 in the first quarter, but he's still been unable to connect from deep past the break.
Here's Luwawu. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Fast break, here they come.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. It's deflected,
Out of bounds.
and that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Shengelia banked in off the glass. Shengelia's got his first bucket in this one.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Pass to Luwawu. There's the screen. Lets it go from deep. No good on the last second attempt there. The third quarter comes to a close. Up by 4. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Bellinelli passes to Hackett. Up and in on the layup.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
There's really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's Baldwin, and he's good on the 3-ball.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Here's Courtney. Shooting foul as the... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
Courtney taking 2 shots. The play will be reviewed. 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
Instituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open 3, that's the key to efficient offense.
There's a good screen. Here's Morgan. Yep, that one goes.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Out left to the wing. Pass to Baldwin. All sorts of time, and it's good for 2.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
From past the arc. Kaka, the pass to Corden. Here's Morgan. It's rebounded by Baldwin. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. inside. Here's Jump. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
Here's Courtney. Top of the key jumper, no good.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him off.
Pass to Jock. From outside the arc, Hickok pulls it in. 1:36 left in the fourth. Jacks up a three. Courtney can't get it to go. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Here's Baldwin, guarded by Tucker. Drills it from outside.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
And Tucker slams it in.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. To the middle. Pass to Baldwin. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Driving inside. The layup missed.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
To the wing right side. Here's Courtney. Offline with his three. Here's Jop. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway.